up to me, his skin as thin as paper. He says, son, you better have some fun and live life while you're able, 'cause this is all we get. Better make the most of it. And I'll see you on the flip side, where the angels give you wings and we're just grains of sand on the beach of life. We're all flowers in a garden. We're just stars in the sky. We're only passing by. And someday we all will be forgotten. Now there's a promise that I made to him, and I think about it every now and then. I swore I'd always be gentle and kind. And when times get hard, things get rough, and I feel like I've just had enough, I can hear his voice calling me home.
Hello and welcome to Southeast New Hampshire Habitat for Humanity's 6th annual garden party. I'm Marcy Bergen. I'm the executive director at Habitat, and we're here at the beautiful Moffett Ladd Gardens. We love spending time here, especially this time of year. Our event might look different this year, but our mission remains the same: building affordable housing here on the seacoast with partner families who might not otherwise realize the value and the dream of home ownership. We couldn't do what we do without all of you. So this evening, you're going to meet partner families. You're going to meet staff members, you're going to meet donors, and you're going to meet volunteers alike. We couldn't do it without all of them. We couldn't do it without all of you. So thank you for your continued support. With that being said, this event does look different, and we're going to navigate this virtual event together. So come with me, and before we do that, let's introduce Pam Bishop, who is the Vice President of our board. Pam?
Thank you for joining us. 2020 was a difficult year for a lot of organizations, especially nonprofits. We were all competing for the same grant dollars, and because of the pandemic, some of our grantors were focusing on other issues such as food insecurity. So it made it more difficult for us to obtain grants. However, Marcy and Jess have worked hard to find other grants that we could apply for, so we have been successful in other areas. In terms of our fundraising, last year's garden party was canceled. We also did not have our annual Ask event, so that funding source wasn't available to us. We had some wonderful sponsors for our garden party who had agreed to extend those sponsorships through our golf outing, which was a huge success. So, and despite the pandemic, we've done fairly well. With the pandemic, we closed initially like all businesses did, so it was difficult. We did lose some funding sources during that time period, but when we were able to open, our staff embraced all of the CDC guidelines and the safety protocols, and they did it with a great attitude, and so we're very pleased with how that went. In regards to the build sites, we still had plenty of volunteers. We had to cut the numbers back because of the safety protocols, but we still had a lot of enthusiastic volunteers for the build. But this event is so important for us just to continue to do what we're able to do with the builds and also with keeping the Restore open and moving forward.
I've been a community banker for 33 years. What customers need today has never been more important.
We were taking calls at 10 o'clock at night, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what we do to stand behind our borrowers, working hard and diligently.
With all the changes in the world, banking here at First Seacoast Bank has remained the same.
in a time of need, a small community with a big attitude can pull together and get it done.
Welcome to our 6th annual Habitat for Humanity Building Hope Garden Party for Southeast New Hampshire Habitat for Humanity. We are kicking off happy hour today with my good friend David Steady over from the AC Hotel.
And we're filming today at Rooftop at the NVO, so welcome everyone. How many years have you been on this committee?
3 years. I am the Executive Director of Recruitment for Scott Christensen's Northwestern Mutual, Northern New England, and he recruited me after he was recruited, so we've got a team effort going.
That's awesome. So I've been on the committee since the very first garden party in 2010, I think. 2015, even that's even
You were
shorter.
super close.
I was really close. But anyway, we're here tonight to show off how to make the signature drink, which we are calling the Grapefruit Elderflower Mosa. Try to say that 3 times fast. And
not after these.
Not after these.
Not after these.
So for those of you tonight that were partaking, we have some Prosecco, a little bit of this grapefruit juice, and elderflower liqueur, Saint Germain it's called. So I think, should we just go for it?
Let's go for it.
All right, awesome. We should be able to get 2 drinks out of each of these bottles. So we want to use a champagne flute, and I will try to measure this equally, although I may pour myself a little bit more. No, I probably pour you a little bit more.
Listen, every hour is a happy hour if you try hard enough.
Exactly. And we really appreciate you all joining us tonight for this party, and we're going to make it a party. So as you can see, you can split that up. I think that's pretty equal. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to open this up, and we're going to top the, don't spill too much. We're going to top this almost 3/4 of the way. Just like that.
Beautiful.
Awesome. And then elderflower liqueur to finish up. You really just need a dash, but you can do this to taste, whatever you like. I think maybe a 2 count works.
Don't worry about measuring cups, guys.
Yeah, you don't need a measuring cup. This is one of the fun things about bartending, is that you can kind of create it your own way. What do you think? Should we taste it?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Enjoy tonight.
So we had just recently gotten placed with our son, and a friend from church, she knew about our story. She's been following our story, and she knew that our son has many medical issues, and we have a long history that added bills to our plate. And they were stacking up. And so Habitat for Humanity actually approached her at our church and said, hey, we have these builds coming up. Do you know any families that may benefit from this or be interested? And she thought of us. By God's grace, she thought of us. And she contacted us and said, hey, they approached me. I thought of you. Is this something that you'd be interested in? Little did she know that we had been actually looking into buying a house. We were just researching and had kind of come to the conclusion that we weren't able to afford it, and so that we'd have to wait. And so she contacted, I was like, this might be a really cool opportunity. So we said yes, and we went through the process, and it's kind of history. Sorry for our son. It's kind of history from there. So, yeah.
So our current living situation, it is doing well for us now, but as we talked more about growing our family and adopting more children, and even diving into the foster care situation, we knew that we were going to need more space, something a little more permanent. Right now, our kitchen, dining, living room is also our son's play area, and so a little bit more space, even for him, would be great. And so as we talked about that, we definitely also started to dive into talking about having a lawn and our own space, because right now we're kind of sharing a parking lot. It's all asphalt, and so we don't really have a lawn, and that's going to be huge for our children to have space outside and talk.
So I received the call, and I was shocked, ecstatic, in disbelief, and just super, super grateful. I think I started crying. I'm pretty sure I started crying. Because never in a million years did we think that this even was going to be an option for us. And then it got presented to us, and then we moved forward with it. Never did we believe that we would make it past the different stages till the, final. And we did, and then we got the call, and I was just like, wait, are you serious? This is happening? And so just super, super relieved, such a weight off that we would actually be able to have a house now, and we wouldn't have to put that dream on hold for 5, 10 plus years. Super, super excited.
But I am excited about just owning my own yard and my own house, and being able to, if anything goes wrong or anything breaks, I can fix it, which most people dread, but ownership is huge, especially in my family. And so if something goes wrong, you take care of it, and you don't have to, wait for the landlord to call the electrician to do this, to that, and you're waiting a day and a half just to get your microwave back, but you can just handle it and take care of it yourself. Doing yard work is going to be fun, and
I'll remind you.
yeah, being able to teach my son and future sons and future daughters how to take care of the home and do chores, and it's just going to be a really great experience.
So for me, I think the most helpful aspects of both of those things would be the fact that we, coming into this, don't have the upfront funds to be able to put into the fees that it takes for housing, for buying a house, and the payments, the down payments, all of those things. This allows us able-bodied people, individuals, to be able to use our hands and our bodies to essentially turn into cash almost. And it breaks things up into more doable chunks and amounts. And so for us, it just was a must. And so I find that really cool.
So right now, I'm doing some sweat equity, and the thing that is helping the most for me is just learning everything about putting the home together and all the tools and everything. I didn't grow up learning about a lot of that stuff, and so now I'm learning how to, put the floor together and put everything up, and the house is coming along, and I'm learning all of that, as well as learning some things about home buying situation. Doug is great. He knows so much, so I'm learning a lot of those things.
Okay, for me, I am most excited about having a yard. I am so excited about having our own space. I'm such an outdoors person. As we grow our family, I'm huge on the kids going outside, chalk, bicycles, gardens, the whole thing. And so for us to be able to have that space and to teach them about growing and flowers and just nature in general. We have a porch. That's so cool. We get to sit outside. For me, those are just a couple of the exciting things.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. My name is Jess Hamilton, and I'm the development manager here at Habitat for Humanity in downtown Portsmouth. I'm here to highlight some of the awesome auction items that we have going on at our auction right now. So I hope you're bidding, and I hope you're bidding high. Okay, so summer is finally here. We have some exciting packages for you to enjoy with your family and friends. So first off, we have a Hampton Bay fire pit here. Lovely. And this comes with a delicious s'mores kit. So everyone loves a yummy treat. Absolutely, and we also have this plaid picnic blanket that will keep you toasty warm year round. You want to bid high on this gem, you won't be disappointed. We also have a kayak rental for 2 people right here in downtown Portsmouth that was generously donated by Esther's Marina. She also included these 2 reusable water bottles so you can take them along to stay hydrated while you're out kayaking on the Piscataqua. So for all of you gardening lovers out there, you're going to want to bid high on this beautiful set of 3 buoys that was hand painted by a local artist, and it was a collaborative effort on behalf of the Portsmouth Gardening Club, and we can't thank them enough for their support. Lastly, we have this individual buoy that can be used as a decorative piece, both inside and out. This is beachside shopping, and it's everything that we love here on the seacoast in New Hampshire. So we thank you so much for your support, and please go bid and take home one of these amazing gifts. Thanks so much.
Hi, my name is Scott Christensen. I'm a managing partner with Northwestern Mutual in New Hampshire. We are pleased to be a sponsor of this year's garden party. For those who are attending virtually, thank you. Next year, I can guarantee you that we will be live and in person at the Moffett Ladd House like we've been for a number of years. A couple of things. I am the incoming president of the board starting in July. Things that I'm going to be working on are our strategic plan for the future of Habitat in New Hampshire and southeast New Hampshire, and also working on our expanding our board. We at Northwestern Mutual are really excited to work with Habitat, and we've had a long relationship. We love Habitat because of the mission, right? And the garden party helps support that, providing housing to those who are less fortunate than we are. And for our people, we know that we can give money, we can give time, we can swing a hammer, we can volunteer at events like this. So that's why our partnership with Habitat's so important. So thanks again for being part of this, and enjoy the show.
When I came to the U.S., I was 15 years old. My family was really poor. Now I got 50 employees. When the pandemic hit, I was really scared about losing my business. But Osmar, my financial advisor from Northwestern Mutual, he told me, brother, we got your back. His financial planning helped to save my business. If I could talk to my younger self, I would say, you're gonna be proud of yourself.
Good morning. My name is June Demers. I'm the volunteer coordinator for Southeast New Hampshire Habitat for Humanity. We are out here this morning in Middleton, New Hampshire. We purchased 2 lots and we're almost complete 1 home, and we are in the beginning stages of the 2nd home. Volunteers are the heart of our organization, and here with me today is Stephen Berry. He's one of our steady Eddies, and he shows up weekly and has been doing so for years. Stephen.
Yeah, this is my one day of purpose, being that I'm retired now, and coming out I'm able to assist others, also take some of the knowledge that I have and share it with people who only come in, once a year. So it's a great time. People that you're with are happy. Most of the time, rarely do we hit fingers. And with our construction manager, he'll show us what's going on and how to do it. And I'd like to introduce Doug Gregory to you. He's the construction manager for Southeast Habitat for the Humanities. A gentleman who's willing to teach and explain all the construction that we're doing here so that the house is built properly and such, right down to measure twice, cut once. With me, he has me measure 3 times, cut once.
Managing our volunteers on a build day can be a great challenge, but it also can be a great pleasure. Helping someone learning a new skill or helping someone understand how the home goes together so that way there we end up having a desired outcome in the build. I think one of the biggest benefits for the partner family and the community that we serve is the idea that these people that we're building around the community and the homes that we're building for the partner families is the fact that the community comes out and helps build this home. But also the neighbors are able to see that the community is willing to come together to serve others and put their hands to this build. The partner family understands that it's not just them that's going to build this home. It may seem like a daunting task to them to build the home, but then once they understand that the community comes out and helps them build, it seems to be a relaxing air that comes over them, because they understand it's not just them to build this home, but also the community people, the people of the community see that all these people willing to give up their day, sacrifice their day to be able to come out and build a home for a family. That's, I think, the biggest benefit for the community and also the partner family. The community sees us building a home for our partner family, and they understand that it helps the community by us developing that piece of land. But also the partner family sees us building a home in this community, and it helps them understand that they're going to be becoming part of this community. So there's that connectiveness through this home that the partner family becomes part of the community, but also the community embraces them coming into their neighborhoods.
Hello, my name's Mike Osgood. I'm at my new house in Middleton, New Hampshire from Habitat for Humanity. I feel really excited and really fortunate to help build my own house. I've learned a lot of stuff building my own house. Doug's taught me a lot of stuff about this, and hopefully I can continue helping. I like to thank everybody that comes out and volunteers every Thursday and Saturday, especially for Doug and his son that takes on these projects. I'm very thankful for them, and thankful for everybody that comes out. And I also like to thank Cindy Miller for making all this happen for me. Thank you.
Curiosity lives in all of us. It inspires us to learn new things and to share that knowledge with those around us. At Service Credit Union, we believe in membership with meaning. That's why we offer our members a free 1-year subscription to thousands of online skills classes through Skillshare. Conditions apply. Consider the possibilities.
Good afternoon. My name is Sophie, and I am the manager of the Southeast New Hampshire Habitat for Humanity Restore. And I am lucky enough to be sitting here with two long-term Restore supporters, Deb and George.
Hi, I'm George. Sophie, what is your role here at
Well, as manager of the Restore, George, I screen all the donations, I talk to people, I go out and talk to potential donors, and, I enjoy meeting people like you.
Sweet.
What is it that you all love about the Restore?
I love the Restore because when we first founded it, it provided us an opportunity to support our community by buying things here. It's knowing that whatever we buy, the proceeds are 100% going to the communities and people in need.
And you're exactly right about that, George. What a lot of people don't understand is that we are Southeast New Hampshire Habitat for Humanity, which means we cover Stratford and Rockingham County. So all of the profits from the Restore go towards building affordable housing right here in Stratford and Rockingham County. So when you shop here and when you donate here, all of your money stays local. And now you all have donated a lot to the Restore too.
But we've been giving back a lot with your kindness and the support of the Restore Store.
Well, you're very kind, George, and we love having you and Deb come in. Deb, what do you love best about the Restore?
I like coming in and knowing that we're going to see a friendly faces, and that we're coming and we never know what we're going to find. We believe in repurposing, reusing, and that's a big part of it. The other big part of it is we know we're donating to a really good cause.
That's fantastic.
We used to take all of our donations before to other stores, but now whenever we have something we wish to donate, we always think of Habitat for Humanity first.
That's amazing.
Because we know
Now, George, you all have done some amazing projects with some of the things that you've purchased here at the Restore. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, we not only just come over to donate, we help ourselves too, because we find that there's a lot of fine products, just like the chair we're sitting at. There's things in this store that you need to keep checking the store because it's always turning over. And you might find a $2,000 cabinet in here for hardly any money.
Price.
And so if you have the capability of waiting, I'm sure it's going to show up at the Restore.
Yeah,
because
that's
people are
definitely
donating.
true. That's
and
definitely
we've
true.
rebuilt my bathrooms. I have 3 bathrooms, and I've done 2 total furnishings
Restore
of the bathrooms.
Yep.
And it's just come out wonderful.
It's
And-
helped other members of our family as
Yep.
well. We've gotten them really good deals here. We've repurposed, we've repainted, we've fixed up, we've reimagined a lot of the things we find here.
And at a time where things are costing more and more, younger people especially should be looking at places like this to come and spend their money and get quality things and do a little work yourself. And it's just a great way of giving back to your community and not even knowing it at times.
You guys have been coming here for a long time. How many years have you all been coming here for?
About 7 years.
7 years.
Wow.
7 beautiful years.
That's
We've
right.
been happy every time. I've never come in here and not been happy. Even if sometimes I don't see anything and I donate in the bottle, as you've probably noticed. So
Yep.
It ain't much, but it's something.
Yep.
And that's what it's all about.
Yep. That really is what it's all about. And, we're so happy to have you all as part of our Habitat for Humanity family. We're so grateful that you shop here and that you support us and that, you continue to donate things. And you've also spread the word to a lot of your friends. And George, I know that you didn't necessarily want to tell your friends about the Restore.
That's right. I want to keep all the good stuff for myself. No, no, it's word of mouth right now with us. We tell everybody that
We've
we
told
meet.
our neighbors, our
If you
family,
haven't
our
been there, go.
friends.
Yeah. And if you don't find it the first time, go again if you're capable.
Yep.
And that's the key to the Restore.
Well, we know we see you guys a couple times a week.
Yep.
And, I want to thank you all so much for being with us today and for helping us spread the Habitat message. And we sure do appreciate both of you. And thank you so much for your support.
And we support the rehab store, and God bless you all for the service you provide the community.
Thank you so much, George. And thank you. Have a great afternoon.
Hello everyone and welcome. So we have our live auction going right now and we just wanted to highlight a few of the items that are being auctioned off tonight. And not just tonight, right now. So it is summer and we are traveling again. So we have some travel luggage for you, a Seacoast Harley Davidson suitcase and toiletry bag that are available for you to bid on. Speaking of summer and getting out there, we also have 1 week of camping right here in New Hampshire up for bid, as well as a Weber Smoky Joe grill. So you definitely want to pair those together. We also have some local art available from right here in the Seacoast. This photograph, then painting from Gabe Bailey here in the Seacoast. This is New England Seacoast Sunrise. You could have this in your home, and this is up for bid as well. And then we have these hand-painted buoys. These were painted by local various artists who donated their time and their gifts so that we could have these specifically for this live auction. So we've got some amazing items in addition to these, but go ahead, bid away, and keep enjoying the event tonight.
Well, for myself, I spent 7 years in the United States Army. I did a tour, 2 tours overseas, and on my first tour, I ended up in the Gulf War, Operation Desert Storm, Shield, and Hope. It's not fun playing in the world's biggest sandbox, but got out of it alive, came back, and it was a little rough in the initial transition going back to civilian life, but After a time, I was able to get back on my own 2 feet, turn into a civilian again, and move back to New England.
I was a Marine. Well, once a Marine, always Marine. Gotta say that.
Oh, here we go.
Hoorah for all you Marines out there. I was a corrections specialist down at Quantico, so didn't do anything spectacular. We would like to refer to ourselves sometimes as brig rats. I was only in for about 4 years and got out to spend time with my kids, and now I'm a full-time mom, which is way harder than being a Marine.
Prior to being here, we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, little mouse hole, rat hole, if you will. And we were trying to find a new place to live. At that time, we only had one little girl. And, well, we had Emily. Amy was on the... No, we did have Amy. I'm sorry. We did have 2. We needed to get big. We needed a bigger space. And we just couldn't find anything. Nothing was out there within our budget. Then my other half here found an advertisement for Habitat for Humanity. And she looked at me and asked, "What do you think?" And I said, "It can't hurt." So we put the app in. A week later, we got a call saying that they wanted to meet with us. And we did. We went down to the Restore. We met with 4 board members. Went through a little interview. And they turned around and told us that they really liked what they heard and they wanted to make us a partner family. But they had to go with the rest of the board members and make sure it was unanimous. Less than a week later, they said, "We're going to build us a home." You can't imagine the shock, the impact that had for all of us.
Well, when we did our sweat equity, Randy and I would switch off because we had the kids to watch over. It was the girls at the time. And when I came out to the build, I'd often bake something like banana bread and such, and that was always well received. I couldn't do a lot of the physical work because of my disability, but that was always fun, and it was nice just to see that other people enjoyed what I did. But even though I couldn't physically do a lot, it was fascinating to see the home being built, the bones of the home, the structure, how the studs are put in, and the flooring, and all those little things that you don't, or you kind of take for granted in your home. It helps just when everyday living, knowing how to put up pictures, because you have to put it into a stud and how to find it and all that kind of stuff. So that was just really educational and fascinating, and connects you a little bit more to the house.
These kids have the opportunity to play in the woods rather than play in a parking lot. I grew up in a community where the neighbors watched out for each other's kids. And I'm seeing that here with our community as well. They're able to play with our rabbits that we have outside, our chickens. They recently, had a mud bath. There's no other way to describe it. You can't do that at an apartment complex. You can't give them the opportunity to let them be themselves, let them express themselves without having to worry about what neighbors are going to think, what they're going to do. It's such a big difference.
This year the girls have their own flower beds, and Emily's grow some vegetables too in her flower bed. She's helped with using the rabbit stuff to fertilize, and she's learning all sorts of stuff about that. Oh, only 2 what?
Flowers.
Oh, no, we have a lot more flowers. How many buddies do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, great.
Hi, I'm David Richard with DF Richard Energy. We're a local oil and propane company that we were founded in 1932 by my grandfather Daniel. We were founded in a time in the country where we had a lot of challenges during the Great Depression. And, you know, he kind of instilled in us back in the day, and it's still, we're following through with that philosophy today, that, you know, he started the company back in those times where the family needed some help. And then it transitioned to, once we got the company rolling, that we were able to transition to help in the community. And it's just kind of been all our mindset throughout, you know, our beginning, that we were still trying to do that to today. And it just means a lot, you know, everything comes back full circle, you know, helping people. Reason why we kind of support organizations like yours is we really find it important because you're helping individuals kind of getting a footing in their communities and being self-sufficient. And I think that's what I talked about, full circle and whatnot. You know, just, you know, we're having better communities in the long run, you know, everybody kind of helping each other and being able to provide the best, you know, experiences in their communities.
Hi, I'm Christine Wellington, Chair of Habitat's Garden Party Committee and also a proud member of Habitat's Board of Directors. Thank you so much for joining us for our 6th annual garden party. We know this year looks very different, but we are grateful to everyone who joined in to support our first virtual fundraising event. The money we raised for this event will be utilized at our current construction site in Middleton, New Hampshire. We can't thank you enough for buying tickets, bidding on auction items, and for the continued support of our affordable housing program that continues to make our communities stronger by bringing volunteers together to build an affordable housing right here in southern New Hampshire. In 2020, we were able to help 5 new families utilize their dream of affordable home ownership. So thank you. Okay, so there's about 5 minutes left to bid, so let's go do it. All right, cut. Jess, I think we got it. Okay, what is everybody still doing here? Go bid!
When you're not sure where the ground is beneath your feet, when you're not sure it's the wind that's blowing through the trees, and you're trying to climb a mountain, but the mountain's just too steep, close your eyes and come away with me to a place where you will see that it isn't in the Bible, it isn't written in a script, that you're not supposed to ask the question hanging on your lips. In the time that we've been looking, I think that we might find some computerized solution to the problem in my mind. Pray for me, it's one day at a time for me. It's not that I'm not trying to see everything you give me. Well, people always seem to find some way to make your dreams seem like nothing. It's not words they come out and say, but the little things they do each day that push you. There's just one thing that you can do. Pray for me. It's one day at a time for me. It's not that I'm not trying to see everything you if I'm happy with the hand that I've been dealt. So I'll just dilute this anger and all the pain I felt. I'm not looking any further than the bottom of the glass, but what it holds is all that's real for me. But this, my friend, shall pass. Pray for me. It's one day at a time for me. It's not that I'm not trying to see everything you give me.